Hello, construction students at the CCIC. This is Miss Allen, and this week you're going to be filling out an application. I know some of you have done it several times and some of you have never done it before. I want to give you all some tips about filling out an application. Often when employers pull up an application and things are misspelled or things aren't capitalized or certain things aren't checked, an employer is just going to fly right by you. So we want to have a good looking application. For this activity, I want you to apply to Kiewit, which is a construction company that really supports our construction class here at the CCIC. I also want you to apply as a laborer because a laborer is an introductory position in the field of construction, and that's usually where you're going to start. Then down here in personal data, it wants your last name, then your first name, then your middle initial. So notice I have my last name's Allen with a comma, first name Lori, middle name. Notice that I've capitalized all of those names. My street address. Make sure again that you capitalize South and Chambers and Road and your city and Colorado. Some people forget their zip code. Make sure you get your zip code. When I have a field that I don't have to say anything in, I like to fill it so the employer knows that I've been looking at the application. And so I put in NA, which means not applicable. I don't have a home telephone number. And if I'm a high schooler, I don't have a business telephone number. I have a cell phone number. So I've put that there. The one thing with the cell phone number, if you're really trying to get a job, is you want to set up your voicemails because employers are still calling and leaving messages. I know some of you don't have a voicemail set up. You also want it to be professional, not music in the background and all the fun stuff that we sometimes do. It says, when can you start? I'm going to say, the 1st of September would be great, or I could say as soon as possible, ASAP. I don't know how much they're paying because I don't have a job description for you now. So I put minimum wage, which is $12. If you were looking at a job description and they said that we'll start you at $15, I would absolutely put $15 an hour. Okay, so do I have a high school diploma? Right now I'm going to say no. I'm going to pretend that I have not graduated yet, which means down here in hours, I'm probably going to start part-time. And this is really key. If you really want an employer to look at your application, you've got to look like you want to work. And sometimes that means working evenings, and it also means working on the weekends when you're still in high school. I want to be a regular employee. I don't want to be temporary. And then this says, are you authorized to work in the United States on an unrestricted basis? Basically, if you have a social security card, a green card, you can put yes. If you do not have a social security card or something like that, you have to put no. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? You always want to be honest on your application because employers will look at this stuff. So I haven't, so I'm going to put no. Have you ever been told about the essential functions of the job? In other words, did I look at the job description and see that I have to lift 20 pounds, 50 pounds? I'm going to run a drill and a hammer. So I'm going to say, yeah, I did look at the thing. And yes, I can do those skills. So I'm going to put yes right here. Down here, it wants to know about your qualifications. It wants to know about your schooling. So I put Smoky Hill High School. Notice that I did not write SHHS. We want you to write the whole thing out. A high school diploma is just a general degree, and then it's in Aurora, Colorado. I also went to the University of Denver. I have a master's degree that's in Denver, Colorado. This portion here is a little bit hard if you've never filled out an application before, you've never really thought about what some of your strengths are. So I want you to spend a little bit of time thinking about what some of your personal strengths are, not things like video games and sports, unless you were applying to something that was video games or sports, but what are some professional skills that you have? And I think a sense of humor. I wrote I'm a hard worker. And then I wrote, I communicate very well. Notice that little I need to correct that. That we want to have a capital I there, even though in text that's fine. So I communicate very well with my team members. I learn hands-on skills quickly. I enjoy working with my hands, and I have excellent mechanical and spatial abilities. Whatever other skills that you feel you have, if you feel like you're good working with the hammer or the drill, or you do stuff with your mom or your dad, and those are things you can put down, please do it. References is really important. Please do not use friends. Please try to use a professional adult. Please try not to use relatives. Miss Dawn Rao and Jim Dosky are your construction teachers. They work at the Cherry Creek Innovation Campus. This is the phone number for the Cherry Creek Innovation Campus, and they're construction teachers. You may have friends of a parent, you may have another teacher, you may have another adult in your life that would be a really great reference. That is what I would like you to put down here. Then they want you to know a little bit about your work history. Some of you may not have very much work history, and some of you might have a couple jobs to put down in your work history. You always want to put your most current job first. So my first job ever was I worked at a fried chicken place called Jim Dandy Fried Chicken. I was a cashier and I did food prep. I put that up here. I'm going to say I started in May of 2019 to August of 2019 because I had it as a summer job. I'm going to say my supervisor's name was John Doe. The phone number, it was in Aurora, Colorado. And they want to know what I did. I handled cash, made change, customer service, expedited food, fried chicken, prepared salads, and prepped odds and ends, other kinds of lettuce, tomatoes, those kinds of things. The reason for leaving is I went back to school. Please be honest here and be professional. If you got fired, we'll talk about a way to say that you got fired, but usually there's a reason that you left, and we can talk about that. At the time, I was saying I was making $11 an hour. Notice here I put NA at ending salary because I only worked there for 5 months. So then the most current job I had when I was in high school was Taco Bell. So that one I said I started working last year in March because we got out and we're doing COVID from March through August. So I said that I worked during that span of time. I've got my supervisor. I've got what I did down here. I cooked beef and beans and prepped vegetables. Again, I left because I was going back to school. Here I put $12 an hour. $12 an hour is minimum wage, so that's the lowest we're going to go. If we read a job description and it said you're going to start at 15, you're going to put 15 here. It says, may we contact your present employer? These buttons don't work. If they did, I would put yes. It would look kind of funky if you put no, so you're going to put yes on that one. I'm going to leave 3 and 4 blank just because you probably haven't had more than a couple jobs. If you have, that's great. If you do some sort of volunteering or community service, that's absolutely something you can put on your application. You simply put the company that you volunteer, do community service for, who you report to for that, how long you've been doing it, their phone number, what you do in your community service or your volunteering, and if you're there or not, or if you left and why. There was probably no salary if you're volunteering, so you would maybe just write volunteering in starting salary and NA in ending salary. Down here, we will always, if we were doing a paper application, we would sign this. This box is not set up for a signature. You can also do an electronic signature, but we're not set up for that. So I'm not going to have you guys sign and date this application. So that concludes filling out the application. Now you want to make sure that you can upload it to Schoology. So I'm going to go over here to File. And I'm going to go to Save As. And then I like to save things in my H drive. So I'm going to go over here to the L. Allen H drive. And then I have a construction folder. I have this one here. And I did make a couple changes in this one, so I'm gonna click save. It's gonna say it's already there, and I'm gonna say I know, but I fixed some things, so I saved it again. Now it's ready for me to go to my Schoology page, click on the application folder, and submit that on Schoology. And what will happen is a box will come up and you will upload it to the turn-in box on Schoology. You'll search for it and you'll submit this. Please make sure that you save it and save it with your name before you upload it. That would be great. I hope this was helpful, and good luck on your application.